Dhabi wrapped up yesterday, and we have some fights to go through, break down, and see how well I did on my picks. And guys, I had another great prediction breakdown and add it to the record because my picks are just fantastic. And now you'll understand why you should like and subscribe, because if you are of the gambling mind, or if you just like knowing who's going to win in a really good breakdown, come watch me because I'm doing a really good job of it. And I'm pretty much spot on almost every fight. And except for a fluke here and a miscalculation and misread on my part, for the most part, I'm killing it and I'm doing good. So, for this video, we're going to start at the bottom of the card and work our way up. Now, we're going to keep it a little short and sweet like we did on the picks and breakdown video. I'll start off by saying I didn't even watch this fight. I was still at work when this happened. I literally watched it. I watched Boudet get his hand raised as soon as I turned on my phone to watch it on my drive back home from work. And I haven't rewatched it yet. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I'll get around to it because I don't see a big point in rewatching this fight. But from my understanding, Boudet just looked like he fought a little more MMA than Buchecha. And it sounds like my prediction was spot on. So that's 1-0. Okay, now I watched this fight on my phone in my truck on my way home from work. And this was probably the funniest fight I've ever seen in my life. This guy needs to retire, Yahya, or he's got to go. It was so bad. They said only 6 knockdowns for Gwyn, but there was like 12. And I don't know why they weren't counting it. But the even funnier part to me was when Yahya dropped Gwyn in the second round. I thought that was hilarious. Stephen Gwyn, he looked like he knew how to throw a 1-2 and a hook here and there. And Yahya looked just like a horrible fighter. And I'm kind of sick of seeing that right now in the UFC. I mean, Gwyn, he was all right. I mean, decent. But he's not even that good. And this guy was just awful, Muhammad Yahya. The levels in this game are... I feel like they're getting worse. Everybody talks about the level the sport is right now is better than it was 5-10 years ago. And I maybe disagree with that because these guys are not good. Granted, there are a lot more guys on the roster, and this is a second fight on a main card of a fight night. But yeah, Gwyn just beat the piss out of Yahya and gave him the biggest hematoma under his eye I've ever seen in my life. And apparently his orbital bone wasn't even broke. And I thought it had to be for him to have a purple apple sticking out of the side of his eye. But yeah, Gwyn, that's 2-0. Moving on. This was one of the worst fights I have seen in a long time. It was just bad all around. We didn't even see any grappling for Elikana, which is why I predicted him in the first place to win. He didn't even grapple. He just landed teep kicks to the body. And that is what won him the fight pretty much, because Ibo Aslan went 2 to 3 weeks in Dagestan and forgot how to maraud. This guy was KOing people, looked half decent, was a fun fighter in the light heavyweight division, and looked awful and thought he won the fight. I mean, I don't know how you, after a horrible fight like that, you get out of the, yeah. Dude, that was the worst fight we've ever seen, and there's no way you thought you just, yeah, I beat him. Now, Billy Elikana just landed a couple more strikes in the... Crap, I'm trying to think of which rounds he won, but I can't even think about it right now. This fight was so bad. But yeah, Elikana just landed a couple more, little tit-for-tat type strikes. And he should have won, but it was a horrible fight. And Ibo Aslan, you got to go back to that old fighting style. But yeah, lighter man skills... Elikana gets the win. Both these guys maybe should be cut after that performance. It was awful to watch, and my eyes hurt after watching it. But that is 3-0. Now, I really thought we were bound for a classic 29, 28, 30, 27, 29, 28. But, yeah, Ricci elbowed Amanda Hebus right in the eyeball. Put the point of that bow right in that lady's eyeball. And yeah, Tabitha Ricci got it done. A finish in a woman's fight in the second round by TKO. Hey man, I'll take it, especially for the one fight on the card. I subscribe to the OnlyFans because I really dig deep into the technique that Tabitha Ricci used in this amazing performance. But check that out on the OnlyFans because I know that's what y'all want to see for sure. Y'all want to see these women's MMA fights breakdowns, and that's what y'all are gonna pay and subscribe me to do, is to break down these fights. So go ahead and shoot over to the OF for that. But yeah, Ricci gets it done. It was nice to see a finish in a fight like this, and it was some of the worst footwork and movement on the feet I've ever seen by MMA fighters. I mean, they were swinging with their eyeballs closed, and I thought Ricci was just going to hold her against the fence the entire fight and win after that first round, but no, she elbowed her in the face and got her out of there, so good on her. Good on her. And yeah, that's good for her resume if she really is an industry plant, because the industry would be upset with the fact she just keeps getting these weird decision wins that are just awful fights. But hey, she got herself a knockout win. So that's 4-0 for your boy, right? Yeah, 4-0. Dangerous Davy Grant. This was the highlight of the entire card for me. Davy Grant, if he's your he's your fighter's favorite fighter. So your fighter's favorite fighter, your favorite fighter, his favorite fighter, Davy Grant is his favorite fighter's favorite fighter. That's how dangerous and crafty dangerous Davy Grant is. Now, a lot of people predicting this fight were like, Damon's just gonna have the grappling advantage and be able to take it to the ground and dominate in there. That's what he did in the first, but Davy, man, he came out firing in that second round, started chopping at the legs, hitting those nasty, meaty hooks from the hip from old Davy Grant, 39-year-old Davy Grant. It was beautiful to watch. I loved seeing it. The whole time I was like, Davy. And he got it done, man. He just lost the first round by control, clearly. And those second rounds just started piecing up Damon on the feet. And Damon had a couple, like one or two strikes in that second and third round that you're like, okay, maybe Damon's coming back. He's looking a little powerful. But no, Grant just wilted him, attacked the body, attacked the legs, attacked the head, mixed it up beautifully, and outpaced Blackshear from what I got out of the fight. He really did outpace him, and he put him on the back foot. Those whole last two rounds just put him on the back foot, and he could not fire a takedown to get him to the ground. And Davy Grant was sprawling, baby. They were great sprawls. It was great takedown defense in those second and third rounds, and he gets it done by UD, man. It was great to see. You better put Davy Grant on a main card of a London card. He deserves it. He's a legend. I remember watching him fight in the Ultimate Fighter finale against that Team Alpha Male guy that got retired because apparently TJ Dillashaw gave him so many concussions during camps and stuff. But yeah, Davy Grant, a vet of the sport, just a crafty performer. I love watching this guy fight, and I hope he has some vintage dangerous Davy Grant performances left in the chamber for us to witness. And yeah, there's a lot of hyped up prospects. He wasn't too hyped up, Damon, but there's a couple guys like him at bantamweight. They're like, this guy's dangerous, and you put him up against a guy like Davy, and they can't hang. They can't hang with a guy like Davy. So yeah, that was 5-0. Love to see it. Love to see Davy Grant get the win. I was all over the dogs this entire card. But yeah, moving on. And here's the first one I screwed up. Now, nobody was picking the King of Kung Fu Muslim Sailikov. He was like a plus 320 underdog. Carlos Leal was a minus, I think, like 500 favorite. And dude, when I seen Leal come out with the open guard in the karate stance, I was like, why are you going to do this against a guy like Sailikov, who's an old vet, and he knows where to, when he gets his strikes out, he knows where to put them. He knows how to hit you. But yeah, Leal just fought this fight not smart at all, and Sailikov came over the top with a big O overhand and straight on the temple and flatlined Carlos Leal. And there's not much to say except that, and that Carlos Leal, that was really dumb fight IQ, man. Really dumb octagon IQ. And we thought you were going to be something, buddy, but if you're getting knocked out by Muslim Sailikov, I don't think we are. And yeah, he wants to fight Wonder Boy, and he was super excited to win. So good on Muslim Sailikov, doing it for the Muslims in UAE. And Anyway, yeah, he knocked him out. Flatline this guy. It was bad. So what is that for me? What's that? 5-1. 5-1. 6-1. Our boy, Bryce Mitchell, gets it done, man. I got really nervous when he got dropped by that knee in the first round, and it upset me. It upset me quite a bit. I thought the boys were down. It's kind of, if you think about war. No. But yeah, he gets dropped in the first. Looked a little slow and plotty in the first on the feet. Wasn't able to grapple too much, and got knocked down by a beautiful knee up the middle right from Said Nurmagomedov. And yeah, but Bryce, I mean, that's what I thought would happen. I didn't think he'd get dropped like that, but I thought he'd get pieced up in that first round, and that's sure what happened. And then Bryce just got sticky, man. Got sticky all over Said with that grappling, dude. Just did not let him breathe. Kept putting the pace on Said, and out. He had better cardio, and he just outpaced him there in the second round with the grappling. I mean, if it's not a Bryce Mitchell fight, we're calling this a snooze fest, right? But, Bryce Mitchell gets a W. Send him to 2-3 years Arkansas, brother. 2-3 years Arkansas, brother. That's great. He's beat a Gracie and a Nurmagomedov. I don't think he's technically related to them, like Habib and them, but still pretty cool for Bryce. KMO Short King. We love to see our King Bryce win. We love to see our brother in Christ Bryce win. He's a good guy. Just don't catch him in a Dubai locker room when he's naked, guys, and with the breeze, because he's not in his best form. That's what he said. He speaks Arabic. He speaks Arabic to Russians in interviews, guys. But yeah, Bryce. I'm looking forward to see what he does at 135. This fight did make me nervous though, because if he gets in a ranked fight against some of these guys with better cardio and stuff, it does make me nervous. With how he looked in the first round. But hey, man, a Bryce win is a Bryce win, and we're clapping for Bryce. We're clapping for freedom of speech, guys. First Amendment. First Amendment, guys. America, brother. Yeah, send him 2-3 years Arkansas, brother. And yeah, what is that? 6-1? 6-1. These are good picks I'm giving out, guys. These are good picks. Make it 7-1, right, guys? 7-1. Wait. So that's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 7-1. Sorry. I'm tired. The math wasn't mathing for a second. Yeah, and a lot of people were all over this, Krylov not to look horrible at all. In the very first 30 seconds, you're like, oh, Krylov's kind of getting on the gas. He tagged Guskov a couple times, and then Guskov's striking is very good. Especially for light heavyweight with his hands. He's a bit unorthodox, but he always has his feet in the right place, and he's able to land some strikes from the hip a lot of the times. He places his punches very well from the hips. Doesn't mix it up the most, but, man, those hands are dangerous for the division, and he slumps Nikita Krylov. Sleeps Krylov, the poor Ukrainian, now Russian. He slept him. The Uzbek himself, Bogdan Guskov. I like Guskov. I think he's a top 7 guy for sure in the light heavyweight division. I'd like to see him fight maybe Reyes, something like that. Maybe Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill needs to take some time off. But yeah, Krylov, I wouldn't be surprised if Krylov gets cut maybe, man, because I bet he gets paid a decent amount because he's UFC vet. I wouldn't like to see him get cut because he's a fun fighter, but he loses one more, especially by knockout. He's for sure gone. But I'm guessing he's an unk. I don't have it on here, but I bet he's an unk. So, yeah, that's 7-1. Perfect prediction. Bogdan Guskov. KO. Moving on. Okay. 7-2. Now, let me say something. If you're more impressed by Almabayev than you are Ochoa by watching this fight, you're not watching what I'm watching. Because Ochoa took this fight on a week's notice. I think he's like 24, 25 years old. Asu is a freaking caucus, relentless grappler. I seen a video, someone said his striking wasn't bad, or may have been that idiot John Gooden on the mic saying his striking's awful. The only reason you catch those big O overhands when you're a wrestler like that is because when you're a guy like Ochoa is going to keep a tight base right there, and when he's shucking off and sprawling, you'll catch him with an overhand sometimes because you're shooting 20 times a fight. And I was really impressed with Ochoa. I picked him and he lost, and he did lose 29-28. Ochoa won that last round. Or it was the third or the second. He won. But this is a fight that makes me sad for MMA. Like, I know Almabayev had a lot of takedowns, had a lot of control time, but maybe it's just me, but I thought Ochoa just landed more damaging shots in at least 2 of those rounds. Now, I mean, I'm not calling robbery here or nothing, but I like Ochoa. I think this only boosts his stock. And I think a fast twitch guy like that with a full training camp, not a week's notice, especially at flyweight, when timing and speed is a big part of whether you're going to win or lose. I think Ochoa beats a guy like Almabayev. We've seen Kopp do it, and honestly, I would take Jose Ochoa right now to beat Manel Kopp, matchup wise. I would. I think this guy is the future of the division. I truly do. I think we'll see him back. I hope they give him a good matchup to get him in. Either give him like the 15th or 14th ranked guy at flyweight or something. This guy's the real deal. I don't care that he lost this fight. He's the real deal. Got my prediction wrong. I really was leaning toward a Sue, but I just like Ochoa so much I went ahead and threw it out there and told everybody he was going to win. But that's one I messed up on. 7-2. Good job, Sue Almabayev. These guys, some of the littler grapplers like this, they just annoy me. They're not fun to watch most of the time. Marab gets a pass because he's funny and he's gotten better. But maybe I should make a video over these Eastern Asian country wrestler people because they are just, I don't like watching them fight. I don't think anybody really does. And if you do, it's because you're a certain you're a certain religion and you like these people because they're your religion. Yet you're coping. You're coping hard if you say you like this fight style. You're coping. Moving on. 8-2. Shara Bullet is severely overrated. I know he won this fight. Marc-Andre Barriault, he's a plotty guy. He's going to march you down. And he honestly looked good there for a little bit, shooting those takedowns and stuff. But like I said, I just thought Shara was quicker and more technically sound. And that's what won him the fight. Shara got busted up real bad. And, I mean, that was cool to see. He got busted up. I thought he was going blind because his one good eye was cut wide open. But anyways, yeah, Shara gets it done by being faster, really is what won him the fight, and had some more unique combinations and strikes to throw at Marc-Andre Barriault. And that's what won him the fight. That's what was always going to win him the fight. But Shara, I'm sick and tired of him fighting below mid guys like this. And he's not, man. When you watch him fight, you do not think this. You don't even think this is a top 15 guy. Maybe at middleweight he can get there just by some favorable matchmaking, because he's a Dagestani and they get favorable treatment. But he's not that good. He has one eye. He can only fight in Abu Dhabi and stuff. I'm sick of the Shara Bullet. I'm sick of it. It's a stupid gimmick. He had the one cool spinning double spin back fist knockout, which was awesome, but he's not that good, man. I think Bo Nickel beats him. Honestly, I think Bo Nickel beats him. I think Jared Cannonier beats him. I think Gregory Rodriguez beats him. Who else do I think beats him? I think Roman Dolidze beats him. I mean, Brendan Allen beats him. I think Marvin Vettori beats him. I don't think he's that great. And yeah, if you want to throw him some fun fights on the card and stuff, yeah, that's great. But quit promoting and marketing this guy like he's some sort of generational talent when he has some quick, unorthodox, cool, fun striking here and there. But he's going to lose. His cardio sucks. His wrestling, Marc-Andre Barriault took him down 2 times, I believe. Yeah, this guy's not the real deal. Yeah, just put him in fun fights. We don't gotta see him do all this weird stuff. Moving on. The king himself, Piotr Yan, beats Marcus McGee, of course. I think I'm the only one who had him winning that first round. I'm guessing, the judges' scorecard, and if you're not, exactly locked in on the fight, he kept that guard right here. That's where most of it, I guarantee it, his strike count should be more in the 40s right there. Because almost all of those strikes are hitting his hand. In which, maybe that hurts his hand or whatever, but Still, Petr Yan, and like when he went and he hurt McGee multiple times. The only thing I hate about Yan lately is like, as we've seen his career progress, he's not putting guys out. And I really wanted to see him finish a guy like McGee. I honestly thought he would, because this makes me have bad feelings about Petr, even though we love Petr Yan. We love Petr Yan. We love him. He's one of the most skilled guys we've seen. So fun to watch. If only, just imagine if he wouldn't have kneed Aljo in the face while he was down. Just imagine where the bantamweight division would be right now. Maybe Merab just beats him quicker. But anyways, because I still don't think McGee's that good. I don't think he did anything special in that fight besides be, he probably does deserve to be top 15 after that fight. Maybe I'm just kind of upset that Yan didn't do even better than what he did. But yeah, McGee had a decent showing. You can't really give it up for Marcus McGee, guys. He's a grandpa. He's a 37-year-old prospect. And he went out there and fought a solid fight against Petr Yan, one of the best bantamweights to ever do it. And I really hope Yan gets the Dvalishvili fight, or Sandhagen wins, but we know Sandhagen's not going to win. But I hope he gets it. He deserves it. He deserves to be in there for a title fight. And I think if anyone can beat Merab, it will be Yan. I think he has a better chance to beat him than Sandhagen, O'Malley. Well, maybe except Umar. See, this should have been Umar and Yan. That would have been perfect. But Umar's a crybaby. But love to see a Yan win, holding that high and tight guard. The counters were nasty. It was great to watch. So, yeah. Moving on. The main event, Robert Whittaker loses to Rainier de Ridder. Now, I picked Whittaker. I should have went with what I thought at first. RDR is so hard to pick for because he wins by goofiness. And his knee bones must be the pointiest knee bones on the planet. Because those knees to the body are just absolutely devastating. And it absolutely gassed and wilted Robert Whittaker. And Robert Whittaker's a guy, especially for the middleweight division, to be quick, have great cardio, great counter striking, and Whittaker just wasn't able to implement any of what he usually does effectively because Rainier was just dragging him and holding him and wearing on him with the knees, the clinching, the takedown attempts, the control. Rainier de Ridder's a huge middleweight, man. And I know Robert Whittaker's a smaller middleweight, but gosh, dang, Rainier de Ridder is a big middleweight. And it was a little boring the last 2 rounds, but I thought it was a great fight, especially seeing like a close competitive battle between 2 top-level guys in their respective division. And you make de Ridder Adesanya with the Strickland suspension, and RDR wins. Hopefully DDP wins, and we get the Looney Tunes title fight of the century, man. Wouldn't that be fantastic? But yeah, RDR, too, he flicks out a solid jab with his long arms. He just has heavy bones. I think that he's just a heavy-boned guy, and he just wears out these guys, makes them hurt, and maybe we shouldn't have been clowning Bo Nickel that hard because, gosh dang, Robert Whittaker you could watch Whittaker every time he got hit by those knees, his guard would just drop. Like, even coming back out of a clinching position or whatever. Like, Robert's usually up here, but he was down here. He had them elbows tucked. He must have been getting hurt to the body bad. Robert Whittaker's tough, though. I think he's so prime here. That's the peak. He's just slightly down here, probably about right there. On the decline. Sucks to see. Rob's a legend. I picked him. When I was watching like the first 2.5 minutes, I was like, dude, my prediction is going to be spot on. Because Robert Whittaker was sprawling. He was keeping his distance. And as soon as RDR hit a knee and got in those clinches in those positions, man, Robert Whittaker just kept wilting. And Rainier de Ridder was just a zombie and walked him down after that. Especially those last 3 rounds. And I don't even think it was a split decision. I think it was a clear 48-47 win for RDR. And yeah, it was new blood. It's probably best for the promotion and the division to have RDR win this fight. So can't complain too much, even though I like Robert Whittaker quite a bit. But RDR, honestly, is kind of making me a fan with how dumb he fights. It's peak MMA. Peak MMA. But let's see how the picks did. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 7-2, 8-2, 9-2, and 9-3. Put me up against the other MMA YouTubers and see where I'm at, guys, because these are good picks. These are great picks. These are the best picks. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've just been feeling with the UFC a lot. Like, we haven't had a lot of crazy stuff to break down. Like, not a lot of, like, technical type things. Like, this fight was more of just kind of like a more stale blood and guts type of fight, just because, like, Robert got tired and RDR just kept, it's just RDR style, which I'm not saying it's not entertaining. It's just like, you know, when you would, like, go back and break down, like, I don't know, think of a fight you want to break down, like a Adesanya Whitaker. Like, that's more of a breakdown, right? In analyzing what happened in the fight, those type of fights, but that fight was a little stale, but y'all know what I mean. I enjoyed watching this card. I thought the prelims were good. I thought it was a fun card and it was entertaining. I thought some of the fights would be a little better. Like, I would have liked to see Jan put it on a little more. This was a great fight. This fight made me, it wasn't that bad, but it just kept making me mad. Great knockout. Boring, but we like Bryce, so it ain't boring. Crazy knockout. Great performance to watch, Davy Grant. Knockout, horrible, funny. I didn't watch it. But yeah, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe for sure. You know the drill. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all are implementing these phenomenal picks. You know, throw them on a little $5 parlay here and there. But like I said, I hope you're all enjoying the videos. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully have a video out in the next 2 days. Maybe just going down, breaking down some of the MMA news throughout the week, or just kind of giving my takes on some stuff happening within the sport. Thank y'all for watching, and toodaloo.